What's going on, guys? We're back once again for the Moon Knight episode 4 review. Now, this episode was more on a historical aspect because in the entirety of this episode, now that Mark and Steven no longer have any powers, they are just regular human beings, and they're on the hunt for Eminent's tomb with Layla. Now, when this happens, it kind of gets shown that Steven wants to be in control of the body now because Mark made a kind of like a deal with him that if this happens, then hey, guess what? We'll be, I'll go away. But I will say that Steven and Layla's relationship is definitely growing because he's starting to have feelings for her possibly for him. And it does get shown that Mark obviously is upset and jealous. So again, we do see him knocking him in the face a few times, which is himself, obviously, which is pretty funny. And then also them finding a lot of ancient Egyptian culture slash tombs and everything else that is in the this ancient burial chamber. And when they're looking around, they come across these creatures. I don't know exactly what they were, but they look like they were still doing human sacrifice and putting stuff in the canopit jars. Now, I will say that was really interesting because I haven't really seen anything like that except from like the Mummy movie, from what I remember. And I will also say that again, Steven really held his own in a way because he kept trying to make sure Layla was out of danger, and then also he was trying to stay alive. And when they were finally able to stay alive, Layla killed one, Steven killed one, and when they finally got separated, he found what he assumed was the sarcophagus from Alexander the Great. And when he did, he was able to open up the mouth and find the statue slash tomb of what I'm assuming is the one Mnet. Now, when that happens, Layla comes because she has a conversation with Arthur and him stating that because of Mark, of course, that her father is dead, and she doesn't believe it, but she does want to believe it, but she doesn't want to believe it. And when this happens, we see where he goes right to him. She goes right to him, and she like, tell me the truth, tell me the truth. And she gets Mark awoken to where he tells her that yes, he was there, he did not kill him. Him and his partner went there. His partner got greedy, and he executed every single last one of them. So there was a huge revelation there of what happened to her father. And yes, she's going to blame Mark. And when this occurs, he tells her that you need to leave, you need to get out of here right now. And when this happens, we see where Arthur and his goons show up, and Mark's about ready to fight, but he even says, if you don't have, Khonshu in you no longer, then you're going to be hearing, silence. And now is your time to choose what path you want to go on. And when this happens, he says, okay, I choose. And he starts fighting. But what was really, he killed about 2-3 guards. And then, of course, he kills, which was crazy. He kills Mark. Arthur does, and he shoots him, and then we go into I'm assuming Mark and Steven's mind, because you see we look like they're in a mental ward, and somehow Arthur is, I would say, the chief practitioner there, and he's able to get away somehow, and then he finds another sarcophagus, and Steven's in there, and then they see another one, which a lot of people are assuming from the comics, everything I'm seeing on Twitter and I'm seeing on Facebook, they're saying that's Jake, the other personality. And then also, as soon as they go start running, they see another possible goddess that is a hippo. So that's how it is. They see them both yelling. It was pretty funny. Now, I will say the cinematography in here was absolutely amazing. I will say that they did a good job on this. We also got to see where Khonshu's placed in some type of box area where there is over, I would say, 8 more gods that are in the same predicament he's in. So not exactly sure if he is going to be able to be broken free or not, but then at the same time, there is a possibility he could be broken free at some given point. But more of this episode was, again, more of the it was more informational. There was a lot more information about the gods. There was more information about who was buried where, as well as also more about Steven having feelings for Layla, and then also, of course, Layla still caring about Mark, but then find out, of course, he has something to do with her father's death. Even though he did not pull the trigger, he was still there, and she feels like that he got with her out of feeling guilty. So there's a lot of things in this that's boiling up in the show, and again, it seems like that we are in now the mark of Steven and Mark. So it's going to be rather interesting to see where the show is going to go forward. And again, a lot of people saying it's going through the comics. Again, that is fine, and I know a lot of people are probably enjoying this, and again, that's fine. I'm not saying Moon Knight is probably the best or the worst show in the MCU, but again, I'm kind of hoping that speeds up a little bit in the last. If we only have 6 episodes left, or 6 episodes throughout the series, and we're about to be on episode 5, then they really do need to speed up, because if they don't, then they're going to lose a lot more viewers / I would say interest into the show. Again, that's just my opinion. I don't know a whole lot about Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight is a cool character, but at the same time, I just wish we had a little more action in here, and about the same amount as we get for drama and history. I think there's a lot more slow pace than what I think some people are used to, especially for an MCU show or movie. I know I can admit that. Again, there's nothing wrong with a slow pace, but at the same time, you have to give it up a very fast pace sometimes as well. But again, that is my own opinion. But overall, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it okay? Was it good? Did it suck? Is it getting any better? Is the show getting worse? What would you guys like to see about the show to change or stay the same? Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, still subscribe and leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed. I'm enjoying reviewing Moon Knight for you guys. I get to take time out for a minute and review a new show for you guys, and hopefully you guys are enjoying all the other content that I'm putting out on the channel. More to come, so stay tuned. Click that notifications so you guys are always notified every time I upload. Hope you're enjoying your week, and I'll see you soon.